Alright, you see that guinea on top of the chicken run? Guineas can fly, so they can go anywhere they want. I have not seen them outside of this goat pasture or paddock at this time, except last night, that one that was on top of the chicken run right there, he was up there on the cat perch, freaking out the cats. So he came in from the top of the run and walked on this board right there and then over to there and just stayed there for the night. So I see you out there, dude. I know what you can do. He didn't hurt anything. I don't know if it's a he or she, to tell you the truth. But it's just funny that they go wherever they want. The chickens don't have a way of getting where they go. It's funny. Well, today is kind of a sad day. The last day of fair week was yesterday. And our market goat, you know, Friday night was the last time we saw him. And you know, you get attached to the animals. We knew what would happen at the end, but you still get attached to them. His pen was empty. You know, the last time we checked, they took him. And he was a good goat. Rennie got a 6th place ribbon for showing him. First time she's ever shown a goat, so we're kind of proud of her. Actually, I think 5th place. Yeah, it was 5th place. So, you know, that's a plus. And she wants to do it again, but we were all kind of like, eh, you know, sad when he left. And also, the day after, it's been raining all day. There's flood watches and everything else around here. So it's just gray and blah. We'll do it again next year, and Rennie wants to show turkeys. That is going to be interesting. Man, they were selling, you know, the grand prize winners at an auction at the fair. And I have no idea, zero clue how you can understand an auctioneer. It sounded like complete and utter gibberish. But I guess if you've been around it for years, you know what's going on. But man, it was just like blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden he would say 200, or a guy, his helper in the audience would say 200, and then he'd go 200, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know what he was saying. It was just impossible to follow. But some of these animals were selling for thousands of dollars. It was just amazing. So we're gonna do it again next year, but again, we're kind of sad, but we have good memories of them. Okay. I put JoJo in here with Luke because JoJo is still trying to nurse from Meadow. And it's been, what, a good 3 months or more? You can tell Meadow, again, is getting worn out, doesn't want to do it, but they keep trying. So I've had Luke over here for almost a week. We took him out a couple days ago. He went right to his mom and just started attacking her teeth, man. It was like, you know, like he'd been starving for milk, but he hasn't. He's been eating. But JoJo here says, you know, the milk's mine, and she tries to get as much as she can. So we have put both of them over here to separate them from Mama for a couple days and see how that goes. And JoJo isn't liking it. You can hear that she's kind of loud. And as soon as I put her in there, Luke, you know, proceeded to do his Buckley duty, although he can't because his package is looking pretty dry and shriveled right now. So I assume in a little bit more time it'll just fall off. They are headbutting each other in a playful way, but she's holding her own. So I'm going to have her in here a couple days with him. I think she's safe because I think he cannot do anything at this point in time. But definitely I will let you know if something happens. Okay, answer me this. Think about this one. How many bananas, full bananas, do you think you can eat if your stomach is empty? Let me know what you think and I'll give you the answer very shortly. Alright, so tell me what you think about this logic, this thought process. I have the pigs here in their pen and they have plenty of greenery to eat, and they tend to eat the low stuff. mainly grass. They love grass. They can graze on grass all day long. I mean, they'll eat some of the other stuff. They'll keep it down a little bit, but still, the tall stuff pretty much has its way. So they're in there to let their other pen grow up or to refresh itself, grow some grass and grow some things, but it's growing a lot of tall stuff as well as the grass. So when they go back over, they won't be interested in that. And in the buck pen, they are eating their pen like down to 2 to 6 inches all throughout the pen, right in here. And goats like high stuff. So what I was thinking about doing, and what I did, is I put the bucks in the refreshing hog pen. Right there's Ringo. And Kubo's right there. And man, they just started tearing into that stuff, eating it right now. They have been dying for higher foliage because they're not grazers, they're browsers. I put them in there just a couple minutes ago and they have non-stopped just eating everything they can see. It should not affect what I want this to do, is have the grass grow, because they don't really mess with grass if there's other things to eat. So I can let them have fresh food and let their pen rejuvenate while the hogs over here take their time eating out of that pen, because it's pretty big and it's just 2 hogs, and you know, I can tell they're not lacking any food or any grass and stuff like that. So I'm thinking this might work. I'll keep these goats over here for a while, and if they eat it down too much, I can always put them back in their pen, but their pen should now have a head start, be able to grow higher grazing plants. What do you guys think of that? We'll see if it works. One of our chickens has taken a turn for the worse, and I don't understand it. She can't bear any weight on one of her legs. There's zero indication of injury. Doesn't look like any trauma at all. She's acting mentally okay, but she can't walk. It's really bothering me. I'm gonna give her a couple days to see how it goes, but you know, when you have a lame animal, chances are it won't make it. But we'll see if it's a temporary thing or not. Anyway, I'll let you see that chicken. Hold on. See, there it is on the ground. Hold on. Crazy thing. Come on, babe. Can you walk? Oh, 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 oh. Okay, okay. Can you keep doing that? Hey, can you keep doing that, huh? Come on. What's wrong? Huh? You poor thing, what is it? I'm gonna give it some time. I really don't know what to do for her. I cannot see anything to treat. Like I said, she acts healthy. Alright, it's been a day or two since I separated Mom from her kids, giving her a chance to dry up, and JoJo is not liking it. She has always been my loudest kid. She's right there and won't be quiet. She wants her mama. Luke used to be that way, not quite as loud. He's used to the situation now. So I'm gonna, as soon as she dries up, I'm gonna let both of them out again. And he is doing really good with the banding. I think that it's doing its job. It looks like it's drying up and shriveling up some. So I think I did a good job. That is awesome. My first banding, and you were there to see it. JoJo, what is it, man? Did I ever show you guys in the late summer, early fall, that we get these giant garden spider webs in our weeds, and they're huge circles, and they have zigzaggy designs right in the middle, and it's a big yellow and black spider right in the center of it. And if you mess with it, it'll oscillate in its web to try to scare you. It's pretty funny. It makes its web go back and forth. But the big bugs, like big grasshoppers and stuff, will get caught in that web, and they'll just wrap them up in a web blanket and eat them later. But they're huge. We've seen a lot of them have egg sacs around here, but I just now saw, I have never seen a teeny tiny one, but I see a real little one here on one of my old feeders, and there's a lot of bugs around here tonight. You can see the zigzag design in the middle of the web, and it's super little. I'll show you, and then I'll put my finger up there so you can get a good size comparison. I don't know if I can zoom in or not. Ouch. But the spider's right here. And I don't know if you can see the zigzag. I wish you could. Maybe if I turn it sideways. There you go, you can see it in there. No? Yeah. That's a baby one of those things. How cool is that? That is awesome. I don't know. Yeah, little things excite me. So I moved the goats, as you know, the boys to another pen, and now I'm putting some feeders on their fence. And the ones that I put on the outside, not under a roof, I have to drill 4 holes in the corners so that when it rains, it can drain real easily, so it's dry quickly, so I can use it for food again. So I'm in the process now of drilling those holes. All right, let's go put this up on the fence. That way we can have 2 feeding places for the goats. And as you know, I've gone over this before, you need at least 2 places when you have 2 or more goats, because they will fight over their food supply. So I'm gonna do it like the pigs. I'm gonna split it with that fence, put 1 on each side. There's 1 right there. And I'm gonna put 1 right here. Okay, look, it caught something. I don't know if you can see it in there. It's probably wrapping it up right now. Let's see. No, it's biting on it, but it'll wrap it up here in a second. There's a little bug. I saw it get excited and jump around, and there. Okay, wait, come on. What are you doing there, bub? That's just a cute little thing, man. Daggone. You know, I got to thinking, a primary reason these chickens were in here is because when I was raising the chicks, big chickens tend to be bullies and harm the little chicks. Well, those little chicks now are grown, and I could probably assimilate them with the rest of the flock. That might not be a bad idea, and I think I might try that. Okay, I got some kind of good news. Out in the field today, there was 4 buff Orpingtons walking around doing normal things. So they're all in here now, nice and healthy with the guineas. And if you notice, if you're counting, there's 2 more way down there. There are 6 buff Orpingtons in there. And this thing is foggy, so hold on.
It's so humid.
Okay, it's better. 6 and a cat. What the heck's going on? Anyway, but that chicken that was hurting yesterday, it seems to be doing okay. I don't know what happened, why. It must have sprained its leg on something, got a cut on something, it was hurting for a minute, but it's fine now. But anyway, there's 6 Orpingtons in here because those 2 that were with the bucks, because we moved the bucks, they were alone and they didn't have their own water supply, because we always watered the bucks and that's how they ate. We put them in here with the younger chicks like I said I was going to, and they seem to be doing fine. Doesn't seem like there's any conflict. And you're fogging again. Better. No conflict, so that's where they stay. All is good on the farm. Okay, how many bananas can you eat if your stomach is empty? And the obvious answer to that one is 1. You can only eat 1 banana because after that, your stomach is not empty anymore. Oh, did you get that one? Okay. These silly goats are in a new pen with tons of weeds, and Kubo's over there eating the weeds on the other side of that fence. Crazy, crazy goats. But man, oh man, they're eating a lot. They're eating a lot. So they love it over here. And look, the pigs are saying hi to them. They're like, who is that, man? Close to my pen. Hey, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to continue being a part of all the adventures and stories that happen on Rubber Soul Farm. I hope we can spend more time together on the farm. But until then, enjoy your animals and take care of yourselves.